Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to one of my business guides and chats. I love having these with you on every single Wednesday. Today's business topic is being open to the bigger picture. And before I dive into it, let me just quickly introduce myself for my new followers. Thank you for following me. My name is Kamitra Rampasad. I am originally from the Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago. I am now living in Calgary, Canada for the past 6 years, and it has been an amazing journey as an immigrant here. I did make that move similar to you if you're an immigrant, where I came looking for a better quality of life. I did find it, but it wasn't in the typical route where I thought I had to go and work for someone else. I found this business model and I've been using it to my advantage for the past 6 years in some marvelous ways. Okay, so that's my quick intro. Today's topic is being open to the bigger picture, right? And the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of people, when you tell them that you're doing a business or you ask them if they want to do something different in their lives, their first answer is no. Oh my God, I can't do that, right? And I was there for a period of time as well because it's scary to jump into the unknown. It's scary to think that I could do something different that I've gotten comfortable with, right? As in, especially the longer you work, you get comfortable with the day ins and day outs, right? You wake up, you do your routine, you jump in your car, you go to work or the train or whatever, you do your job and you come back home and you have this routine and it's fixed, right? And people get comfortable. I was comfortable for a long time. And you never even stop to ask yourself, is there more to life? Like, is this what I really want to be doing for the rest of my life? Right. And the reason for that is because of our past beliefs or the beliefs we have because of our past situations. It could be things that our parents told us that were limiting. It worked for our parents, but that doesn't mean that it's working for us. And because they taught us it, we just held on to it like it's that truth, that undying truth, that unchanging, never changing truth, right? It can be anything like you see on television or things that you pick up because you had a one bad experience and then you say, well, this is it for the rest of my life. Every time I go to do this particular thing, this is what's going to happen. So that fear is built into your body, right? A quick story in terms of what people tell you sometimes, as in you could hold on to it, is when I was in high school. I used to have long nails and short socks, which were against the rules. So I was actually deemed a rule breaker. And one of my teachers actually had the audacity to tell me how that I would not really amount to anything because I was always breaking the rules. And years later, when they met up with me somewhere, maybe in the mall, and they asked me what I was doing, I was an engineer at the time, and I remember seeing her shocked face, like, "Oh my God, you are an engineer! Like, how could you, right?" And the truth is, you know what? They spent so much time looking at my long nails, which, in my opinion, had nothing to do with anything, or my low socks, opposed to looking at, I reached to school early every single day, minus one day for 7 years. I did all of my homework. I was never rude or anything like that, right? Okay, I had long nails, but you know what I had discipline, and discipline is what it takes to live in this world. Discipline is what it takes to succeed. They didn't even see my positive aspects, but they were ready to pull me down because I had long nails, right? And luckily for me, I didn't let that stick. I didn't let the negative feedback that they gave me as a young influential child stick. I went on and I did what I had to do because I knew what I was about, right? I knew I wanted more. I knew that my high school years were just for a period of time. I was going to leave and I was going to become somebody, right? I didn't know the exact what, when, how, but I knew that, right? But a lot of people take these things that their parents or teachers or families tell them and they hold on to it and limit themselves, right? So the question is, what do you tell yourself in terms of two aspects, right? Particularly, which is what I'm talking about business for, is in terms of the amount of money you can earn, right? Are you telling yourself you can only earn X amount? Are you telling yourself that you can only do this amount of things in this time to earn that money? As in, what is your relationship with, or sorry, what is your belief system with amount of money you could earn and the time that you have right now, right? Can you actually get more time in your 24 hours, right? Because the truth is, if you want your best life, then you have to pay attention to what you're telling yourself. You have to pay attention to your main dominating thoughts about money and time. And If you want a good life and a great life, which I think you do, everybody wants it, but you sometimes afraid to admit it because we've also learned that, you know what, you need to just be grateful for what you have. I've been told that many times in my job. Why do you want more? Just be grateful with what you have. And I agree with that. I am 100, actually, I'm 1000% grateful with for everything that I've ever had and gotten. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't want more. And when I get the more, then guess what? I'm going to be grateful for what I have then, right? They're two completely different things. Gratitude and wanting more is different, right? I could want more and still be grateful for what I currently have. So if you want to have a better life, you need to start opening up yourself to what is the bigger picture for you, right? And it doesn't have to be where you make a 180 switch to say I can earn more money, or it's simply to ask yourself, what if I can earn more money? What if I can have more time in my day? What if I can get that goal that I want, like deep down in my heart I feel like I want it? Just ask yourself what if, right? And it's just to just open a crack into your mind to see, shed some light and say, you know what, maybe it is possible. And that's the first step, right? You don't have to go full out and say, I can earn more, or I can get my time, utilize my time in a better way. It's just simply, what if you can, right? And it's just to open that door of a bigger possibility to the life that you actually have. Because at the end of the day, if you're letting other people control your life in terms of what your belief system is, then you're going to be living a version of their lives opposed to the life that you truly want. When I first came across this business and realized it was on social media, my first thought was, me and social media? I don't think so, right? But the truth is, or actually, a second thought I even had is an online business. That's for more outgoing people, and I am not outgoing, right? But the truth is, I did want more in my life. I've always wanted more. And I was curious. I was very curious because I was praying to God, you know what? I do not like my job. I do not like where my job is taking me. My future does not look grand and amazing like someone told me it would if I become an engineer. It was looking very bleak, right? So I was curious, what if there was an other avenue to earn money? And that curiosity and that feeling of, what if this opportunity that I've asked for is God bringing it right in front of my face? If I say no to it, then at some point, no more opportunities are going to come, right? But if you start saying yes to the opportunities because you're curious and because you want to know, just what if, right? What if this is it? Then guess what? More things are going to start opening up in your path to get you to where you ultimately want to go. And you don't have to 100% know where you want to go. But for me, I know that I want to have the best life possible. And I have some stipulations of what that look like. But in reality, I don't have the big picture. So how could I really know how great my life could get, right? So I leave that open-endedness as well, where I know that I want to have the best life possible, which means every time a new opportunity comes to me, right? And I'm not just talking about this business, I'm talking about anything to go travel somewhere, to horseback ride, to do something I've never done before. I say yes to it. I pay attention to what I'm telling myself, and I say, well, okay, I'm scared, and it's okay to be scared. But why am I going to let that fear stop me from having the experience? And I've been doing that so over and over, where it's become enjoyable. As in, every time a new opportunity presents itself, I know it's going to be good. Or I can catch my thoughts and say, hey, wait, hold on. Let's not go down the rabbit hole. Let's make it into the experience that I want, right? So, and another way to look at it is, when you were born, you didn't know how to do anything. You didn't know how to walk. You didn't know how to feed yourself. You didn't know how to read or to write. You didn't know anything. You learned how to do it. And everything in this life is about learning. This whole entire online business, the reason I can do it now, the reason I've been doing it for 6 years, is because I was willing to learn. I opened up that door where, what if there was another avenue to earn? My curiosity was piqued. I went through, I saw it. It was a legit business model. It was an amazing business model. I saw people earning massive amounts of money. That's what I came here for. But you know what I got after I've learned all of the tools and the techniques and everything else? I've learned things like forgiveness. I've learned how to serve. I've learned how to give more. So yeah, I came for money, but I learned to do things as well, and that makes my life whole and complete, right? So, but the only reason I was able to open myself up to that level of life, because like I said, I want my best life possible. And that's not only money. Money is a big part of it, don't get me wrong, right? You need money to have experiences and to live a luxurious and a full life, which you deserve. But in order to enjoy that money, you need to have a different level of inner peace and feelings, right? And that's when you open yourself up to having that best life, then it comes, right? And to my surprise, it came through this business as well, right? And that's why this business is so unique and dear to my heart. So that's it for me today, right? Question yourself, ask, are you sure there's no other way to earn money? Why aren't you actually taking a look at the opportunities presenting itself to you, right? Yes, you could be afraid, fear is natural, but that doesn't mean that it has to stop you, right? Lean more into your curiosity side, lean more into the side where I can learn anything. It may take some time, yes, but I can learn anything so I can build a life that I actually want, right? So I will see you guys next week. But for those of you who wants to check out my free workshop, our platform goes live every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? You just have to look at the comments below to get my website. Head over there, register, and look out in your email. And if you want to have a chat with me about anything, definitely just send me a message and reach out. Until next week, I'll see you guys. Oh, and guess what? Next week, I will be coming to you live from the Netherlands because we are going on a small vacation. Take care.